Most people don't fail at salary negotiations because they are bad at talking or they don't know how to explain their job. They fail because they don't understand what they are actually negotiating. And over time, this costs them hundreds of thousands of dollars or euros. A 10% difference in salary can mean over $500,000 across your career, especially in tech. And most people never recover from a weak starting point. So in this video, I will explain the complete 5-stage framework that will help you get more money, gain better perks and more freedom without stress and without being a corporate asshole. First, stop thinking like a negotiator and start thinking like a professional. Negotiation is actually not about winning. Once you start thinking about how you could win this conversation, you have already lost. Every time I am negotiating for a better pay, I try to think about mutual value and long-term relationship. The same goes with my clients, but especially the same is for my employees and myself when I'm on a payroll. One time when I was a senior product manager, I was negotiating my salary and I hit a glass ceiling. There were opportunities to increase my pay, but kind of not in the same company. Executive level positions were already taken at the time and I didn't want to leave the company, so I thought about a wider context. Our company was merging with another one at the time, and I was already having a side hustle as a management consultant. Then I just suggested adding value not only through my product skill set and leadership, but also helping to navigate the human part of the acquisition process, ensuring high engagement and human-centric leadership. Ask yourself, how can I make a good decision for everyone involved, not only myself? Because sometimes you can win in the short term, but damage the relationship and lose long-term gains. You act like a professional, you get paid as a professional. Step 2, know your market value. During my career, I saw so many people who negotiate blindly. They start speaking about the numbers without preparation and market data. Don't be one of them and come prepared. Check market benchmarks such as Glassdoor, Levels, and other. What is the usual pay? What are the benefits? Check not only salary, but things such as health insurance, remote days, and similar. You can even speak with your friends who are working in similar companies or similar roles. There are forums, of course, and there are AI tools to help you do that. Just make sure that you are considering the location and not only comparing London tech salaries with the ones in Philippines. One client of mine went on a salary negotiation and I advised him to come prepared with an actual numbers, and he actually prepared a spreadsheet comparing different companies, roles and salaries, not only locally but also a bit wider just to show the difference in the region. And also I told him to add an additional financial layer. What it would mean for the company to recruit and onboard another person in this particular role. Then it turns out 15% salary increase doesn't seem so distant. And this is what he reached. Thinking about your yearly salary, how much a difference additional 15% would make. Number 3, know the value you create for the company. Now, leverage the market data with your own unique disposition. You do not need to infuse your arguments with emotions, just use facts and evidence. Show your expertise, impact, and the results you bring. This one is crucial because it could easily change the direction of the conversation if done right. Another example, during my management years, our team projects were among the few most important at the company. And even though that the senior developer title was used widely across the organization, our projects generated the most profit and had the largest teams. Understanding that, I advised my developers to gather the evidence that show their impact, because a senior developer in a mission-critical international project for one of the biggest global retailers is worth more than a senior developer in a local e-commerce project. It is what it is. By the way, if you want a personalized one-on-one help with your leadership career with more impact, more money, and more freedom, you should check my Team Lead Mentorship by clicking the link below. Number 4, ask clearly and precisely. Most people are not good at negotiations because they are not practicing the skill often enough, and that's normal. An engineer, a designer, or a data analyst usually is not hired because of how well they negotiate. We can have salespeople who are trained to negotiate and do that every day, but most likely they will not find my channel. So that's absolutely normal, that you are not natural at this. Very few people in tech actually are. To create more clarity, use the exact number that you want to earn. You can have a few different options, for example, the thrilling one, the good one, and the one that is still acceptable. Start with the highest and move a bit if needed. Number 5, be a leader, not a fighter. This is where you are different. A lot of people go into negotiation situations like they are ready to fight, and this is not the way to go. If you want both higher income and also keep the good relationships so your office doesn't become Game of Thrones, first, separate people from problems. Be soft on people, but hard on problems. You can be calm, not emotional. You don't want your emotions taking over. What you can do is stay respectful and express gratitude. Focus on interests, not positions. Your manager also has their own agenda, their own goals. If you know their interests, you're able to play around and explore more win-on-win situations. Well, to be honest, I hate saying win-on-win. It's such cliche, but it really hits home with the meaning. Understanding that you can negotiate not only salary, but things such as extra vacation days, learning budget, remote, or time zone flexibility. Negotiations are not about being aggressive, it's about being clear, prepared, and professional. With this exact framework, you are now in a better position to gain more with all the value you are creating for your company. First, stop thinking like a negotiator and start thinking like a professional. Number 2, know your market value. Number 3, know the value you create for the company. Number 4, ask clearly and precisely. And number 5, be a leader, not a fighter. Learning to communicate is one of the most important skills for any leader, but communication doesn't end in salary negotiation meeting. And if you want to know what to do to communicate your thoughts better than 99% of the people, check this video next, where I explain exactly how to achieve that.